Agents, as new recruits to the Strategic Homeland Division, it is my job to bring you up to speed with what's happened, so pay attention closely as we don't have much time. In late November, a man-made disease called the green poison was unleashed into Manhattan on one of retail's busiest days of the year, Black Friday. By early December, New York was brought to its knees. The world watched closely as the events unfold. Ultimately, Presidential Directive 51 was executed, and the agents were activated to protect civilians and key locations. It wasn't long before reports started pouring in from first-wave agents about the unimaginable levels of chaos that they were witnessing. Among other missions, first-wave agents are tasked with escorting a local community leader to safety, but find themselves coming to the aid of the Trinity Church, which is under attack by raiders. They arrived, but were too late. The group had already left, and had taken a number of key medical personnel with them as hostages. The agents were able to catch up with the raiders on Liberty Island, but this came at a cost. They continued to fight the growing violence in an attempt to restore order to the city, but within days, contact with the entire division team in New York was lost. In early January, a new wave of division agents in the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., was activated by the president. Food and gas shortages, combined with widespread power outages, created citywide rioting and looting. High-level government officials are relocated to secure sites around the country. After suffering heavy losses on their way into the area, the second wave begins clearing the hostile presence alongside the JTF. The effects of the dollar flu is now being felt across the globe as it continued to spread. Late January, a unit of division agents are sent to a small town in the middle of the US called Silver Creek. Their mission was to quickly and quietly secure and protect a high-value government seed storage complex in the city. Early February, the city of Boston falls. Massachusetts agents are activated. In Washington, D.C., the situation continued to get worse. The broken chain of command in the US military caused troops to be thrown into crisis. There were desertions, widespread deaths, and the uprisings of hostile factions were starting to get out of control. Early to mid-February, first-wave agents who survived the early events of the New York City outbreak find themselves at the Manhattan base of operations. They go on to continue their mission of saving what remains and help in protecting the new peaceful civilian settlements that were starting to pop up throughout the city. It is at this time that they also encounter a new menace that has been plaguing the city, calling themselves Freemen. In March, Silver Creek's power grid went offline, but was subsequently brought back up with the help of the Nelson Botanical Conservatory. By mid-March, following a series of riots, Silver Creek City Centre is barricaded to keep future refugees at arm's length. Martial law was established, and the Silver Creek Militia was formed. By early May, Washington, D.C. falls. On top of this, the SHD network has been taken down. Agents from around the nation are redirected to DC to restore order and repair the SHD network. All apart from the agents in Silver Creek. They are told to stand their ground, as the government complex is too important to lose, even in the face of disaster in DC. The months between March and late June is when rural America began its heavy downward spiral, and this was going unnoticed, as support was being focused around major centers. Chaos erupts, people die, and no help comes. By late June, Silver Creek City Centre is engulfed by a new wave of riots and refugees. August, DC agents receive a distress call from New York City. Lower Manhattan has been attacked, and the man responsible is someone we've been looking for since the early days of the outbreak. Late August, Silver Creek has been taken over by two warring factions, calling themselves the Vultures and the Reapers. Vastly outnumbered and unprepared, an agent called in for aid over local SHD frequencies. This has just been a brief roundup of events, agents, as this is all that time allows. Command has informed me of a big intel drop coming soon, so stay alert. But for now, you have your placement details, so get out there and give them hell. Extremis Malus, Extrema Remedia.